I want to give this person the benefit of the doubt and think that maybe it's just semantics and we're dealing with how words get used in the general public versus how words are used whenever you're in a specific field. But if you look into Brene Brown's research, and if you are trying to heal at all, I highly recommend her for so many different things. Shame is the belief that you are bad. You are not lovable. You are not worthy. Guilt is the belief that you did something bad. And so what I will say is that guilt is what I think you're trying to refer to. And to feel guilty about something is healthy. You should reflect on your behaviors from time to time. It's a healthy thing to keep yourself in check and think to yourself, I don't feel right. I don't feel settled with the way I handled that situation, with the way I spoke to that person, with the way that I even treat myself. And guilt is going to tell you that action isn't an action that aligns with who you really want to be and how you really want to show up in your relationships. That is a useful feeling. That is a useful exercise to practice because it helps to keep you in check, and it is part of personal accountability, self-accountability, which I'm a huge advocate for. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We cannot hold other people accountable if we don't hold ourselves accountable. And when we break a boundary, we're actually not holding either accountable. Whereas shame means I am not worthy of loving connection. I am not a good enough person because I did X, Y, and Z. And so therefore that evidence means that it makes me inherently unlovable. That is not something that is going to help you moving forward. You can't take any feedback. You can't make any improvements. You can't grow as a person if you truly believe that who you are is bad, because that's just who you are. That is your identity. And that's one of the major things that we work through in coaching is shifting the identity of who you believe that you are, because whatever labels you give yourself have a huge impact on the way that you show up. And there's so much psychology and so much research to prove that this is true. And so I'm hoping that we just had a mix up of words. If you believe that that is going to be useful, then I would challenge you to look into the research more, because I just don't think that having that belief about ourselves is going to ever allow us to show up in more vulnerable and connected ways. And that's what I want for everybody. That is my mission in what I do, in my content, in my coaching. I want people to know that they can be deeply connected with themselves and have a good sense of self-love, as well as being deeply connected in their relationships and be seen and vulnerable in their relationships as well. And so if you want some more guidance on that, I'm actually accepting new clients right now. You can check out the link in my bio. And also, if you have any more questions or want to talk further about the topic of shame, please be sure to put them in the comments and I would be happy to answer more questions.